give me the beat.
Alright, and we're live, guys. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm on the wrong page. There we go. There we go. We're live, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the finale of Season 1 of Building with Rogue. And it occurs to me only now. My glasses are dirty and I need to clean them. 1 second, guys. So, yeah, I'm a little bit later than I planned on being. Dinner just happened, so I had to eat that. I figured I'd go ahead and finish eating that before starting the stream. It's better than it was. I can certainly see a little bit better. It's a little glary, but yeah. Not the greatest shirt to be using for this. Welcome to the stream, Melissa. So, this here is going to be... My phone is blinking. You start in 3 minutes, lies. So, this is going to be the finale for Building with Rogue, Season 0. The big one. Episode number... I don't know. What episode actually is this? That's actually a really good question. I don't know. Let me find out, guys. Hold on. One second. 1 second. No, that's the wrong button. RLG. No. Hush. Click on the channel there. Channel. There we go. 29. Oh, we almost... Well, yeah, no, we almost made it to 30. Building with Rogue, Season 0, Episode 29. The finale. The last video I'm doing in this world properly. I may visit it again every once in a while to get inspiration and ideas for the next season, but realistically, this is it. This is the big one, guys. The finale. So I should mention, as we get started here, and I'm just gonna sit here a second and let anybody who else is gonna join and everything. But I should mention that. Why am I doing this? Why am I ending the series? Well, 1.17 is well on its way, and the more features get added, the more it's like, I don't know what to build in this version of Minecraft. I want to build stuff in that version that isn't out yet. You know? I want to build an epic dwarven fortress in one of those caverns. I want to build a cool, like, castle on one of those mountains. You know? But I don't have that in this world. And I've explored quite a bit of this world, which would cause some problems trying to find some of that new stuff. I don't even know that the new update is really going to be supported on old worlds. We don't know yet. So at this point, I also think that I need a break in between seasons. I need to take a second and get some ideas together. Not use up all my good stuff on this world. I want to, you know, hit it hard on the next one. So this is going to be the finale. This is going to be the finale, guys. And I'm quite excited about that. It's going to be nice to take a break from this. Now, this is kind of also meaning it's technically also the end of structured streaming, you know? This is the only thing I could for sure say every single Monday that I was doing. Ow, popped my thumb. It was the only thing I was saying every single Monday at 7 o'clock that I was going to be doing this. I can't say that for anything else. Nothing whatsoever. So, before we get into what we're going to do today, which is going to be mainly a world tour, before we do that, I want to go ahead and say, if you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, bell icon, and all that stuff, because this series isn't over. The season is over, but the series will continue on YouTube. And I want to make that a big deal here. The series will continue on YouTube again. The series started on YouTube. It's going to continue on YouTube in Season 1. 1.17 and all that great stuff. It's going to continue, but it's going to continue over there. Not over here. Well, it is going to continue over here, but it's mainly going to be over there. Do all the things, indeed. Absolutely. Welcome to the stream, Snow. But this series is going to be going back over to YouTube when 1.17, actually when Optifine for 1.17 comes out, so that I can have shaders and stuff like that, and everything. But when it comes down to it, you're really going to want to check out that series, because it's going to be so much better than, I mean, these streams have been fun. And I will continue doing the streams when it comes to the new season, because I think it'd be fun. As a matter of fact, the first thing that you're going to see building with RogueWise next is going to be, I believe, a live stream where I'm doing day 1 scramble, resource gathering, first day in the caves, all that cool stuff. That's all going to be here on Twitch. But on YouTube is going to be the edited down, shorter, building central stuff. And we're going to use Twitch for resource gathering and everything in the future. But that's not about this episode. This episode is all about this world that we've done so far. And I'm extremely excited to share it all with you guys. I'm extremely excited that we got people here to watch it and everything. And follow me along through the journey of this world. We're going to take you through the entire world as I built it. I want to go on a world tour here. So, again, like, subscribe, all the things. And if you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to go check out my YouTube channel as well. Because, again, this series, when 1.17 comes out, y'all better be watching. As soon as Optifine and Replay Mod and all that stuff is out, I will absolutely be starting this series over again. Over on YouTube. And also, again, here on Twitch a little bit. But the main deal is on YouTube. And my chair wheels are annoying, and I have to get them to go the correct direction so that I can get a little bit closer to my keyboard. So, let's get on into the game, guys. So, here we are. I'm gonna have shaders on the whole time, so it may get a little bit framey, but oh boy, yeah, that's kind of framey, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, here we are. I just thought this would be a really nice spot to start. What was the? That's the button. I thought this would be just a really nice spot to start and everything. I've got my best gear on and everything, my netherite sword and my netherite chestplate, the only netherite stuff I think I actually have. No, I have a netherite shovel, don't I? Yeah, I have a netherite shovel and a netherite pickaxe. Yeah, I didn't get all that into netherite, you know? I never got around to it. That will not be the case next season. So, let's hop on into... Let's hop on into it. This button again. Okay. So, world tour. I am going to... I keep hitting tab, because tab is how you open your inventory in Valheim. And after streaming that for 11 hours last night, that's the thing. How's the music, guys? Is the music too quiet? It looks like it might be a little quiet compared to my voice. Right, Elytra. Okay. And I'm hitting tab again. Oh my gosh. So, let's go ahead and start out in this world. Okay, hold on. Shader options. Oh, you know what we can do? We can do this. Render distance. That's much better. So we have a slightly lowered render distance, but It should be big enough to see stuff. Make it a tad louder, please. Okay. I had to change it a little bit last night, so to balance out with Hunter. There we go. That should be better. All right. And yes, you did stream for 11 hours. Yes, yes, I did. It was great. So, it was a thing that happened. This whole village. Let's start off with that. This whole village is a regular Minecraft village that I decided to transform. I believe it was 1.15 that I started this. I started this off camera. It looks great, indeed. Oh, it looks like Alyssa's discovered the emotes. You'll find those quite fun. We need to get me some more followers so that I can make my own. But this world was an original Minecraft village. You can even still see, like, that's an original blacksmith and everything. I've done only a little bit of work to it. Some of these buildings are brand new. That one's an original Minecraft building. Ow, that's a berry bush. I think there was something down here. Maybe there wasn't. I don't know. But there was a couple of regular Minecraft buildings mixed in here that I've just simply transformed. The first thing I did in this world, building-wise, was this, the inn. And the inn was originally, I believe, a plot of farmland that I used. I have had them for a long time using the ones on my phone. Oh. Cool. Meanie to berry bush, indeed. But this one was my first base in this world. That is the wrong button. I'm gonna have to get used to the controls again. Berries are nice. Oh, you're talking about me. Berries are not nice because they are spiky and they hurt. That's why they're not nice. But this was the inn. This was my original base. I have since turned it into a bit more inn. I've decorated it a little bit more, but this is some remnants of my actual base. It is tall. This is some remnants of my actual base portion. This was my crafting table, and my furnace, well, my smoker, and everything. And this was my view. That wall didn't exist whenever I was living in this. That wall didn't exist. That was nothing. It was crazy different, but this was my original base. Just don't invade their personal space. They do that so you don't enjoy them. Indeed. So, this is my original base, though. I always did mean to finish the top section, but I never managed to do it. Oh, there's a new version of Optifine available. That's nifty. Beautiful view. Indeed. So what was the next thing that I started working on? I believe it was this street. This building and this street. This was the first street that I detailed. I know that much. Honestly, I don't remember exactly what order I did everything in. I know I did that later. I know I did a lot of this later. I worked on this a little bit, though. But I believe this was the first street that I properly detailed. I made this building and connected them with this little arch. Put some boxes and stuff underneath. And I made this little back garden alleyway thing that is an iron golem trap, apparently. There's 5 of them in here. It's awful. But I also wanted to make this the mystical cave of wonder and everything. And down here, in this little cave, which I custom built, I built my enchantment setup and everything. And I also built under here my my nether portal, which I don't think I actually ended up doing anything on the other side of this, if I remember correctly. And down here we have, of course, the map room, which does not look good with shaders on. It's very difficult to see what's going on there. But this was a relatively early build. And then I built some of the other buildings up around it, I believe. So, oh, no, one of my very early builds was actually, I remember now, was actually detailing out this. It's pretty cool, indeed. So this was probably one of the other earliest builds was the forge here. So it was a blacksmith. This was a double blacksmith village, by the way, guys. It was pretty insane. This was originally a blacksmith house, and I added this little chimney with the like how you would like smelt stuff, some details and everything. And I think it looks pretty good. And I have used this. This has been my main furnace setup the pretty much entire series. Oh, Curse of Binding. That's not good. But yeah, I was originally just a blacksmith. And what was the next thing? We're going to be kind of jumping around for the time being. I did nothing with that building, and I will always wish I did, but I never did. But let's go ahead and look at this here. So as I continued building, I started working on these buildings over here, rebuilding them. This was a building, this is originally a Minecraft building, but I redid it with stone and spruce because I thought it would look better. And it does. Add some variety. Did some other buildings. I don't know what happened to the door of this one. This is my villager breeder down there, though. It's just a room with a bunch of beds. I did this one. A lot of these are not supposed to be anything. And then that's that. But that was the first street that I detailed. I do believe it was around this point that I built the basics of the wall around this place. Because we needed a wall to protect the villagers from zombie incursions. So, I built the wall, and started working on those towers, I guess? I don't remember exactly when I started doing that, the gatehouse and the wall and everything, but yeah, that was a lot of stone. But I built that, and I believe I detailed these buildings a little bit, because I was originally going to do some details. Yeah, this was supposed to be a shop. I never redid the floor, but this was supposed to be a bit of a shop of some kind. And then, didn't have an upstairs, but across the little bridge thing here, this building was supposed to be like a tavern or something, if I remember right. Getting a little framey here. Yeah, this was supposed to be a tavern. I've got some benches outside and everything. Some stuff in here. It's not a well-lit tavern, apparently. But I do remember it does have this basement, which I was going to put, like, barrels and kegs and stuff, because, you know, a tavern would need a place to store their booze. So I was going to do that, but I guess I never got around to it. I believe it was at this point, somewhere around that point, that I started working on the main keep, because I needed to figure out where the wall was going to go. So, I began building the main keep here. I went through a couple of different design changes and everything, but because I wanted it to merge with the wall. So you can see the wall goes there, and then it continues on in a very unfinished fashion over here. I never got around to finishing that, I guess. But I built up this this cool stairway up. This was just a little garden area. The statue didn't exist. And I built kind of this compound. I couldn't figure out what to do here for the longest time. But in the end, we have a couple of, like, servants' quarters and everything. We have, of course, the Grand Hall, which is actually very grand for its size. It's not exactly huge, but it looks quite nice. It looks like a very nice scaled-down Grand Hall. We have the bedroom, which is very dark, apparently, with shaders on. I built this little stairway up here, and I guess this literally just goes to this tower. It's dumb, but the tower over on the other side of that, I think, is only accessible. So, from the outside? I don't even think it is accessible. We got the little stairwell here, a kind of non-connected tower. This one's like the tallest, I think. And then this, which was going to be the throne room, and then I decided not to do that, and then I never finished. So, that's that. And of course the balcony of the Great Hall. Figured it needed a balcony. And then of course, the infamous chest room, where we have indeed had a creeper explode and break several chests down here, which also is very difficult to see with shaders. But am I on... I'm on peaceful, good. I terraformed that wall, so it's now a cliff face, so that the castle wasn't hanging. And yeah, this was my chest room. I was going to turn this into a dungeon area, and like a dungeon and like treasury and that kind of stuff. But I never did. Never got around to it. Oh well. So then I continued working on the wall, and I can't remember if it was around then, but I believe shortly after building this, I began the series on YouTube. Doing detail work projects and all that different stuff, which while we're here, that led me to work on this garden at one point. I believe this had already been, most of the buildings had been done. Yeah, most of the buildings had been done, and I built up this little garden, which we'll take a look at that, but while we're over here. Built up this little garden. It's supposed to be like the royal garden or whatever. It's very overgrown now that I'm really thinking about it. It doesn't feel like a royal garden at all. But I just didn't know what to put there, and I was like, garden will work. And then I built this statue. I defeated the Ender Dragon. I believe I did that off camera, but before I started recording. But I wanted something. I wanted something really cool to put here, and I thought, you know what would be cool is a statue. So I'm not gonna lie, most of this is not my design. I had to look it up because I'm absolutely crap with human designs, like organics and everything. I forgot to turn my lights on. But I figured I'd do that, and after defeating the Ender Dragon, I put the egg on there. And it's pretty cool. Let's see. So this street was, I believe, the second street to get detailed. And we got a couple little houses and everything. We got this one, which is kind of a bit of a bunkhouse at the moment. It has the most, I think this has the most beds in the village. I feel like we... Oh, okay. We didn't really do much in most of these. I thought we did something in one of these. I know I was going to do something in this one. Or not this one. I almost forgot about this little cove back here. I wanted to build a little, like, back garden area for this house, but I never got around to it. I had forgotten that existed. That's why I didn't do it. I would have already done it on stream more recently, but I forgot. But I worked on these houses on this side of the street, and then everything on this side, doing some of this stuff. These houses, I believe this is another house with several beds. Again, most of them are empty, but I made this little well design, which I really like, and everything. And that leads us, I'll go ahead and, I can't sleep at night, or I can't sleep because it's not night. This led me to start developing lore. Now, the original idea was that this was going to be a village owned by these Imperials that didn't like magic, so potions and magic and all that stuff was forbidden. So, that's why the Cave of Mysterious Wonder or whatever over there was in a cave. Why my enchantment setup and all that was in a cave, because it was illegal. So I was thinking, what would be really cool is, what if we had somebody secretly doing potions, you know, out of sight of everything, which I now realize is very visible from up there. But if you look here, you can look closely. Lore poggers, indeed. But if you look closely, there's a little path. And as you look back, you start to see giant mushrooms, netherwort. I believe I came back here with a couple of 1.16 stuff. Maybe I didn't. But you come back and you find this guy here he's growing netherwort and some herbs and spices and stuff that he would need, berries and everything. And he's hiding it, because over here there's a burned down house and some... this is where the mine is, but it's all overgrown and everything. So he's hiding out in this, what was thought to be... what was thought to be abandoned little shack up here. Making it continue to look abandoned, but I did detail the inside of this, and it actually looks pretty cool. I got a little fire going, potion stand, and everything. I never finished the floor, I don't think, but I thought it was really, really cool, and I wanted to do these little mushroom designs. But anyway, and then, at this point, I don't remember what all I did, but I do know that there's a playlist on YouTube, so if you're watching here on Twitch and you want to see all of these things get built up from this point on, be sure to go check down below in the, below the video. There should be, in the, what's it called? The, panels! In the panels section, there should be a link to my YouTube. Go check it out. And on my YouTube, there's a playlist, Building with Rogues Season 0. That's where this whole world was built up. So, be sure to check that out. But I believe this was the second street that I detailed. And moving along at this point, we're going to go... I don't remember what I did when. So, if I remember, I'll point it out. But at this point, we're just going to start looking around and everything. So, I know I did this street. I detailed this street on, I believe, New Year's Eve this year. But I've got a couple houses here. I don't think that any of them have anything in them. But it's detailed. It's nice. I got a couple of houses, some stuff that was here originally. This is an original Minecraft. I think this might actually be 2 original houses, maybe. Or inspired. I don't remember about these. This is an original Minecraft house, I think. That I adjusted quite a bit. And then I decided, let's make a burned down house. So I did that. I recently replaced this with basalt, but originally it was this black nether brick, because in my texture pack it's not red, because it makes more sense that way. Why? Why right now? Why you gotta do that right now, Steam? Anyway. And this was my mine. So, the last stream that we were on, I redid this. And now, it's very, very spooky. And everything. But, this was my original, this was not my original mine, but it leads to my original mine. This one? Spoopy Mines, indeed. Yes. So this was my original mine shaft, right here. Where it's now boarded up, because I wanted to decorate it a little bit more. But, this was my original mine shaft, leading down to the place where all of my diamonds came from. Which is not actually these caves. I meant to go exploring the caves more, but I never did. It's actually the strip mine. I got almost all my diamonds from strip mining. I did one stream not too long ago where I did get some diamonds from caving. But, everything else I got has been strip mining. I know a lot of people are like, oh, strip mining. It's like, yeah, caving is cooler, but I did want to do that. So, I've done this, I've shown this off. This was literally last week's video, so, I don't really need to show, I don't feel a need to show this off beyond this, but, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall off. Okay, there we go. We've done that, and then, let's go ahead and move along to another place we've been working very recently, which is, actually, we'll do that later. We'll do this, which is a place I haven't done a whole lot with in quite some time. So this street, originally I built these houses whenever I built the houses on the other side, and the garden and everything. I knew I wanted this ledge here, and that there was going to be some roads over here that went down to a little dock. I believe. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we've got, I think the last build to be completed here was actually the warehouse. Actually, I know it was because we detailed the inside of the warehouse. And this would be where you would have boats come in to trade and everything. And where all that would be stored from upriver. Little, like, river barges and stuff like that. So I've got myself some boats here. But I've got kind of... This is, like, supposed to be, like, a bit more of the slums area. So you've got a bit more, overgrown, a bit more kind of shack-looking, broken down, kind of less well put together stuff. You also have one of the villagers' farms that I've continued to let them have, so that they, in theory, can continue to populate if they start to ever get low. Yeah, that doesn't have anything in it. And this little marketplace was a pain to design because I hadn't quite figured out how I wanted to do the roofs on them. But it works pretty well. I think I did a better job on the other one, but I figured I'd make a little marketplace here and everything. And then it continues off around here with these rather large houses. So this is no longer the slums. This is like some nicer locations. We got bay windows and everything. Well, these houses aren't near as good, but these houses are quite nice. And I think one of them... No, it's up on the hill. Never mind. I was gonna say one of them actually has a view over the wall, but that's on one of the other ones. Moving back this way, I never did finish up this how I really wanted it, but it's fine. On this side, I built myself a little bit of a villager. A little bit of a butcher shop. This is supposed to be some hanging meat right here. But a little bit of a butcher shop and everything for these pigs over here, which I have not killed those pigs. I haven't actually farmed pigs. My cow pen is outside. This is supposed to be a little bit of a butcher's and everything. I think it came out pretty nice. Pretty nice. And then we have this street with a couple buildings here. I don't think I can actually get up to the level. It should be this house that should actually be able to see over the wall. But, pretty cool. I haven't done much over here. This was one of the more recent streets to be completed. And over here was one of the builds I'm more extremely happy with than some of the other ones. This here is the church, and look at that. That actually looks really nice. I've always liked this building ever since I built it. Because in here we have the church. We've got this nice stained glass window back here, which... I don't remember it looking exactly like that, but that works. Yeah, we got this, so we got this nice stained glass window, and I have realized what shape that is. It's an upside down T. That's what it is. It's an upside down T. C, T, and then you got the little things on the side and the stained glass window. I'm just gonna, adjust that real quick. I had not realized this, because I don't come back here all that often. So like that, and then... That's a little bit better. No, it isn't. That's way worse. That is way worse. I don't like that at all. That doesn't look good. Hold on. Here we go. What if we did... Yeah, let's do it like this. I don't know why this wasn't the design from the beginning, because this makes much more sense for a church to have a cross. Why did I not think of that? Guys, why did I not think of that? What? Why? But that works quite well, actually. Actually, that looks really, really good. Wow! I really, really like that. And I'm loving the sunset that's happening through it. That's really nice. But, that's the church. And then back here, this will be nice with the sunset and everything. Back here, we've got this little wheat farm and everything. Just kind of a back garden of some guy who couldn't own a major farm, but wanted to... Oh. Okay, guess I'll put that back. Wanted to farm a little bit. We got these nice stained glass windows, and then back here we have the spooky graveyard, complete with evil guy graves. It's great. I love this. Evil guy graves. They've actually got campfires underneath, so every once in a while a little puff of smoke comes out. They're not doing it right now. There. See? A little puff of smoke. These are the lore behind these guys were they were supposed to be little they were supposed to be like bad guys that had been like prisoned and then killed, like hung or whatever, because they were so evil that they had to be like hung or whatever. And so they've got graves. And these are some other just graves and everything. But I figured it should be next to a church. Makes sense. And let's go ahead and sleep. Alyssa doesn't know. And I don't know what she's saying that she doesn't know about. Probably something to do with the stained glass window, I would imagine. Looking better. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the church. Much more recently, and you'll see a lot of builds that are unfinished. Yes, about the stained glass window? Okay. But you'll see a bunch of builds that are not finished, but this one, some of this stuff is. So, this was a marketplace that I more recently did on stream. I figured, let's have a cool marketplace, and I wanted to do some different things, make some of these market stalls odd shapes that I didn't do before, so that the tarps on top of them weren't uniform. You know, this one is, but this one isn't. It's at an angle. This one's at an angle. That one's at an angle. That one's at an angle. I think this one is... These two are the only ones that are at a normal angle. Everything else is at like a funky angle. You know? So it makes it look more interesting. And yeah, I never did finish that, but... We got different market stalls. We got a bit of a cart here. We've got the, like... The faraway... the trader from faraway lands that's selling fine silks and banners and designs and paintings and everything. We've got ourselves kind of a, somebody selling books from faraway lands. We've got, in the later time, I decided, screw lore, because this world isn't going to get kept, so I decided, let me just go ahead and just, you know, get rid of the lore. So now potions are no longer illegal. So this is like a potion seller and everything. You got potions on the back, different stuff for potions here. We've got... Was there one? No, this was the last one on the row. We've got your basic grocer, potatoes, berries, carrots, all this different stuff. So, like, groceries and everything. This one was supposed to be kind of selling a bit more shady stuff. Stuff that wouldn't be maybe considered quite legal. And then this one was going to be, this one was a bit of tools and armor and that kind of stuff. And then this is our guardhouse. I really like how this design came out. It contrasts with that. So it gives just some more interesting to look at. Black market shit, got it. Yeah, exactly. That was supposed to be, it's in the back for a reason. It is literally in the back for a reason because it was supposed to be kind of hidden and everything. Right underneath of the guards' noses, in fact. Because this is the guardhouse right here. And we did a little bit inside. So there's some armor, some shelves, and that kind of stuff. A fireplace, some weapons hanging. We didn't really do anything with this. And up here, I don't think we did too much and anything. But we did that. And we, of course, also have the... little archery range, which was never exactly perfect, but it's good enough. And then, of course, the gatehouse, but we'll come back to that. Why not in the middle? Because if it's black market stuff and you're selling it in the middle of the place, you're going to get caught. I think that's what you're talking about. I hope that's what you're talking about. The gay house. Gate. Gate. Not gay. Gate. What do you mean? What do you mean in the middle? Why not in the middle of what? What? What are you talking about? I'm confusion. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Why is the gatehouse not in the middle of the market? Because the market's inside of the city. It's protected. It's safe. By the gatehouse. So if intruders ever happen, I don't know what you're talking about. It's confusing me. There's also stuff that was already on the other side of the gatehouse before this was decided to be a market, so There also just what straight up wasn't space. Why did I decide to date you? I don't know. That's a very good question. I ask myself that all the time. I drive you crazy. Yes, but so do I. I think that's the point. It goes both ways. Anyway, I never figured out what to do here, as very clearly shown. This is, of course, the, it's actually the honey farm, is what this is. Which has produced dirt? Somehow? You're driving me crazy with these long-ass streams. Hey! That's not me. That's Hunter. I don't want to do crazy long streams. That's Hunter wanting to do that. This stream's only going to be like... Oh, it's already been 42 minutes. This stream's not going to be that long. You keep going too. Oh, great. Now I'm getting blamed. I don't... To be fair, the reason why is because he's always working, and I want to, like, actually get to play some games, you know? But anyway, this right here is our little greenhouse as well as bee farm, which should be working, but for some reason is not. You don't say let's stop. I absolutely said let's stop 11 hours into last night's stream. He was gonna go for another several hours. I hope you guys know he was also he's driving an ambulance right now. That's his job today, is he's driving an ambulance around. So I just wanted everybody to keep that in mind. We streamed for 11 hours last night. We stopped the stream at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. No wonder you're tired all the time. Yeah. Because he keeps me up so dang late. But yeah, you gotta keep that in mind. And the thing is, he was gonna keep going. And good luck to Hunter, yes. He was gonna keep going and then drive all day. So I finally said, we have to get to a stopping point, and this is a good one. It's really hard in that game to get to a stopping point, though. Hopefully the driving goes well. I'm sure it will. The next stream he'll be in is Tuesday, by the way. Not this Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So not Tuesday tomorrow. Tuesday the next one. He's working all the time. I feel so bad for him. But moving back over here, this was our most recent project. Was this little river, which I did not mention earlier. Is this little river that kind of goes between everything. And everything starts up here, goes down here. This was one of our more recent projects. And then the library, which I really do hate the fact that I never did finish the library. I really do hate that. I just can't figure out how to do the roof, you know? But I do have, of course, down here, the actual part of the library. And everything, where I've got the villager trading hall. So that's a thing. I am disappointed that I never got to finish this, though. You will later finish the library. No, because I've built my last build in this world. I'm done. I'm not going to continue doing... Well, I may mess around a little bit on it in creative. But, to get some ideas and do some testing. But I will not finish this library. It is going to be left as is. Because we're going to move to a different world in the next season. Next season, make a new library that you finish, or else. I can do you one better. Next season, I'm going to have a few libraries. A library in each major city that is filled with lore books from all across the land in the region. Because I want to write... What I wanted to do with this world is I wanted to write a book. Like, I wanted to write a little book for the, to keep in different places. So, like, lore books. So I'd have, like, one for the church, explaining a little bit about maybe what the church is, what the religion of this world is, or something like that. And I'd have copies of them in the libraries. But I'd actually have, like, on the lectern in the church would be the lore book or whatever. So little Easter eggs like that, and all of them would be located in the library and stuff like that, as copies and everything. But I will absolutely do that on the next world. 100% libraries are going to be a thing. That sounds good, indeed. Ow. I did not get anything to drink before the stream, and I am disappointed in myself. That was a bad idea. What about cheese? What about cheese? You can't make that in this game. I really wish you could. Look at that sunset. That is freaking pretty. Cheese sounds good. I would love some cheese right now, but you can't make it in this game, unfortunately. I wish you could. That'd be really fun if you could. That is such a pretty sunset with the shaders. So dang pretty. Download a cheese mod. No. I'm keeping this as vanilla as I can. Vanilla, and then some data packs, Optifine, and the replay mod. I eat cheese now, why not? Why not? Again, I'm trying to keep it relatively vanilla. I want to use what Mojang has given us, you know? But cheese mod. I will do mod packs with cheese mods, I promise. Anyway, so let's go ahead and continue the tour. Because it's been, like, 47 minutes, but... The cheese. Oh no. Stop that. Because I can literally hear you right now. Going, but, the cheese, and giving me those big sad eyes of yours. Stop that. I know you're doing it. I know you're doing it. I can feel it happening. You know? It's the force. I can feel it happening, right? Stop it. No. No cheese mod. Stop being so cute. For those of you watching this later wondering, Alyssa is my girlfriend, yes. And Snow says, keep doing it. You had to bring up the force. Well, of course I did. But anyway, so this is the Gatehouse. And the Gatehouse has these cool banners. I've always liked those banners and everything. I don't think there's a way in... Oh, there is. So this is a gravel door. But, no. Stop that. Stop that. Stop being adorable. You meanie. Okay, I just saw an optical illusion that those solid pieces of wood fence were swaying. Anyway, we'll go ahead and we're gonna do this. I haven't done this in a very long time. So the villagers were... I forgot about this. The villagers were getting up onto the wall, and it was annoying me because they were falling down and die. You owe me cheese and the good chocolate. Define the good chocolate. The symphony bars? Because that's only if we can find them. Anyway, but, we can't always find them. But, so this was... They were getting up here and falling off and dying and being dumb, so I had to lock them out. But this is the tower. I believe this is actually one of the earlier towers that I've done compared to some of the other stuff that I've done as well. But this is the second, well, it's the tallest building in the area over here. You can see the whole, almost the whole village from here. Whoa. Guys, or the milk chocolate. You like dark chocolate better. You don't know yourself at all. I thought you liked dark chocolate better anyway. That's what I thought. Have I gotten it wrong? If we can find the symphony bar, we will do this because they are so dang good. Anyway, but I have not seen this view in a very long time. Lately, no. Okay, good to know. Very good to know. So, I have not seen this view in a very long time. What in the hell? Oh. Yes, allow... There we go. What? Is this a... Okay, it's not a chunk border error. I thought this was a chunk border error. Interesting. We'll go back to survival in a second. I just had to go look at that. It looked like, from this distance, it looked like a chunk border error. I was like, what the heck? Alright. So, I have not seen this view. Last time I saw this view, that wasn't a thing, that wasn't a thing, that wasn't a thing, that wasn't a thing. The church might have been a thing, but the graveyard was not a thing. Those buildings, I don't know if they were a thing. The church was a thing. Those buildings, some of them may have been there. Holy crap. It has been a long time since I've been up here. I don't think that was a thing. I know that back one there wasn't. Those two weren't. None of that was there. Did you do this in your sleep or something? No, I mean from up here. I haven't seen from this tower. I haven't seen this view. It is really, really cool. Wow. Anyway, I haven't seen this view from this tower in a very long time. That's what I meant by that. Alright, let's go ahead and block this up so villagers don't get up there. So, moving along out of the walls of the city, we have ourselves the stables, which has some horses, and oh my gosh, I forgot the most important part! Where is he? Here. Professor Orkington von Porker IV. There we go. I've said the name of the pig. There we go. I forgot the most important part, which was to do that, because I was going to do that while I was over there, and I didn't do that while I was over there because I was lame. So, this is the stables, and actually I got this design off the stables from ESO. Yes, that's my boy, indeed. And then this down here is my wool farm. But, this was the stables. I got this design from ESO. I just couldn't figure it out, and finally, I finally settled on this design, and it looks really good. I got the sheep pen for kind of aesthetic purposes. Crop farms. This one, one of these was functional, one of these was not. We, of course, have the meadery, which has got some bees to make honey, because meat is made out of honey. And it's got a little bit of an interior, a bar, some seats, and everything. What I really love about the meadery is this. The cellar of the meadery. Look at this thing. I've always loved the cellar of the meadery here, because it's got these beams and all the kegs and everything. I have always loved this. And originally, the original bee farm was down there, but I have since moved it. We of course have, a buzzing phone. We of course have this up here, which, I'll go ahead and run through, and then we'll head that way. No, we'll head that way first. But this was going to be a windmill. I could never figure out a windmill design, so I left it blank. We've got a couple of crop fields here, which are really cool. I don't think I've seen these with shaders on, actually. We've got these buildings, which I built on stream not that long ago. We had a couple more that I was supposed to build, but I never got around to it either. I just could not figure out ideas for what I wanted to do. And then we have this road. So we're going to go ahead. Well, we're going to do one more thing before we do. We're gonna check out the last little bit of over here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and check out down there. But we should also yoink a bed. But... So this over here was also supposed to be a sawmill. A water wheel, that kind of stuff. And it never turned out all that good. I never really liked... It was okay. The water wheel was okay, but the building itself was never really amazing. And I never finished it. So... Oh well. And then, of course, we have that nice bridge over there. But we'll get back to all that later. I really love this path, though. This path is so cool. And then this path. I really, really like this path. I never finished detailing the path itself, I guess, but I always really liked it. You got the crop fields on both sides, peeking out. You got these bushes. I really love this design. It's so cool. Alright, where's that bed I saw over here? Here it is. We're going to head out. It's not night yet. That's fine. We will appreciate the sunset. This is taking longer than I thought it would. I thought this would take me an hour easy. Nope, not yet. Look back on the sun setting over behind the city of Glenhelm. Look at that. We're going to go that way. I just realized we're going to go that way first. Because I realized that there's stuff over there that I forgot about. We're going to yoink this bed, though. Before we do anything. Okay. So, I forgot that there is an exit over here. Because I have not been over that way in a very long time. So this is the back gate. Which realistically, originally the lore was that this direction was going to be Imperial territory, so I don't know why this was the back gate, but whatever. But we have this little path and everything. I did manage to detail some of it. We of course have this really nice sunflower field here. I've always quite liked this sunflower field. Did y'all just hear that plane? That was very loud. It was either a plane or the neighbor's motorcycle. But it sounded like it was a plane. Jeez! Let's see. I know you're not doing anything cheat or anything like that, but as a nice touch, will you try animating things like with command blocks in the future? Like a spinning windmill or something? To be honest, I would love to do that. I don't know that I can do that, but I would love to do that if I could. I know you said, you know, I'm trying not to cheat or anything. What I'm trying not to do is use too many mods. But stuff like commands, if I could learn how to do it, I'd absolutely be willing to do something like that. Yes, I already have a couple of things on like data packs that add in like mini blocks that the watering traders can trade for. The thing that makes it to where if you kill a player, it'll give you the head, and all that kind of stuff. So, because of all that, I would absolutely be willing to do something like that. I'd have to learn how first, but I would be willing to do it. Anyway, we got this nice little sunflower field. That's the back of the keep, of course. But the nice little sunflower field. One of the few custom trees that I've done that I'm actually relatively proud of. This turned out pretty okay. And then some more flower fields and everything. These did not generate this way. I love all the flowers, and if you learn how, I'd love to see it. I will look into it. I will look into it. I think that'd be interesting. This was a bridge I built very, very early on. I always quite liked this bridge. This bridge turned out quite well. It's a big stone bridge and everything. There's one more bridge that way, but I don't think we're going to go there because there's nothing else over that way. But I did want to show you guys this nice bridge. and a little bit of the path. I never detailed much of the path. Flowers are pog? Yes, indeed. I always did mean to come back and do more. Like, cool little side things like this tree. And on the other path, I've got a lot of cool stuff. Lava lake, a cave, all kinds of cool stuff. I meant to do that on this path too, but I never had anything this was going to. Alright, heading back the other direction. We're going to go back towards the Netherright Forge. I also don't hate this custom tree. It's pretty okay. I'm not very good at custom trees, guys. I'm really not. I suck at trees. I can never get them to look quite right. Anyway, so back this way, or I guess this is technically west, and then south. I like trees too. Trees are good. Trees are hard, but you do good though. Why, thank you very much. I disagree. I agree with you on there's a couple of trees that I'm quite proud of, but there's also a couple of trees that are like, oh my gosh, that hurts to look at. You know? Like, I have my moments. Not many, but I do have them. I never did detail this path out, and I was going to replant... Actually, I wasn't going to replant the forest. This was going to be more crop fields over here, which is why I was deforesting. This was going to become like those fields that are over there and everything. You do as best as you can. Well, thank you very much, you guys. Let's see. This was going to head, I believe, what was it? West, towards... I was going to build an enormous Nordic-themed city with a huge freaking castle. Never even got started on that project. But that was going to be that way, over the mountains and stuff. Let's see. But yeah, you got, whoa. That's a cool cave. I would have done something with this if I came back and detailed this path, but I didn't. It wasn't really on my list of things to do. It's not all that entertaining. It's a whole lot better as a time lapse. I would not probably do this on. Maybe I would do it on stream. I don't know. But I did build this cool. I left a crafting table there. Oops. I did build this pretty cool bridge. It had to be on an angle. I think it did a pretty good job for it having to be on an angle. It looks pretty cool. I wish it was flatter, but yeah. Time lapse. Yeah, but I can't do that here on stream, so. Live time lapse. I don't know how I would be able to do that. I really don't. No clue. There's some really cool terrain over there. Wow. Some cool caves and everything. I don't know either. Yeah. And then we can start to see in the distance the mountain project I was going to do. I was going to do a huge terraforming project and terraform these mountains, but now Mojang are just adding mountains, so I don't have to do it anymore. I probably will anyway. But this was supposed to be underneath of these mountains was an old dwarven stronghold that was long forgotten and abandoned. The Netherright Forge. This is why I don't have much Netherite gears, because I was waiting to, when 1.16 came out, I was waiting to do it until I built this epic forge, and then I never did it. I never finished it. I got very close, but I never finished it. Kind of like The Hobbit. Exactly like The Hobbit. The idea was this was the only place in the world that Netherite could be forged. The dwarves figured out some ancient practice to forge the Netherite and get it out of the Nether and everything. Not quite with Smaug, but very, very similar. So this is where I started detailing, was around this area. So over here I've detailed a little bit, this path and everything. The best view of what I've detailed over here is this. So you can see where some of the peaks were going to be, And I did start to work on one of them. But this is a quite nice view right here of the little, very hidden pathway to take you up into the mountains. On the main road, you would almost never be able to figure out that the, between the mountains through that canyon would be the forge, but the stronghold. But if we come this way, you got this kind of rough path cut out here, and this extremely rickety bridge across this little area, and into the mountains you've got this real rough path. I did have this here, this kind of black stone pillar here marking the path and everything. I thought that would be interesting to have kind of half hidden. But this little winding path that from over there you almost can't see it. I did a really good job on that. I really, really like what I did over here. And I was going to continue it along that side of the hill and everything, because it was, you couldn't really see it and everything. And there's still a wandering trader over here. Holy crap. But I've got mountains and hills and everything, all what... You can imagine what this would have been like if I were to finish it. I'm not going to. But you can imagine what it would have been like. I was going to have the main path come through right here. This would have been a peak. These would have been some mountains here. Oh, man. There was going to be a little pond thing here with a little waterfall right there. It looks like it would have been epic. Absolutely epic. It would have been crazy cool. And this mountain right here, right up, right here would be that tunnel there, right here, outside of the mountain. I was going to build the Netherright Forge itself, because it was going to be freaking huge. I don't have my texture pack on, so this is going to look interesting. So I made a texture pack, specifically so that I had a block that looked cool for this. And, because I used Prismarine, it doesn't look very good as Prismarine. It looks okay, but not near as cool as it looked with my texture pack, which I don't think I have on me right now. This would have been awesome. Indeed, it really would have. But this was it. I had a color that was a lot darker that matched the Blackstone a lot better. But this was going to be the... Look how freaking huge this gate is. This main wall. This is supposed to be a proper stronghold. I built a few things back here, but not a lot. I was going to do these buildings next, but I never did them. But I'll show you what I did do, because I actually did a lot of work on this thing. So this is the main entrance into the stronghold itself. This would kind of be like villagey stuff. This is the main entrance to the stronghold itself. And I didn't like how I had it originally, so I redid it. Which that was back whenever I was doing it as a YouTube series. And so, oh man, but this looks so much better now. I'm so glad I redid it. We're gonna need our torches for this. So we've got this little entrance hall. This is one of the few places that I actually did details on. I never did do details. I had details in a creative testing world. I planned out exactly how this room was going to look. This is going to be the main throne room. The king under the mountain kind of a style thing. But I never finished it. I had a plan of how exactly what I was going to do. And I never finished it. But through here was a bit of a hallway, and I think this was supposed to be... I honestly don't remember. This was supposed to be a wall right here, so you weren't supposed to be able to see through that. Up these stairs, this was supposed to be like an armory, I think. Because it's relatively near the guard, not the guardhouse, the main wall here. So, it's easy to defend. And then, this would have been the royal chambers right here. And I was going to do these little side wings and everything with these windows, which would have been really cool. And I got this really cool balcony. look at this. With those mountains right there, that would have been so cool. Each one of these poles sticking up, by the way, would be a mountain. The top of a mountain. Let's go ahead and head back this way. This would have been so cool to finish. I'm kind of disappointed that I never got to, but I still could, but the things that I'm going to do in the new update are going to be so much better. So much better. Like, if you think this is cool, imagine what I'll be able to do with copper and the crazy mountains and caves that are going to be in that new update. This was going to be something. This was going to be one of the forge rooms that was not for netherite, but for regular material. I believe this was actually going to be a mine. I'll show you guys briefly. This is another entrance into that main deal. This was going to be a nether portal room, linking it to the nether hub. And this right here was going to be inside, because this would all have been terrained over up top, but hollow. So this would have been the best place to build the forge itself, which would have had these 2 giant hammers and some, like, crazy things and everything. And the goal was, build all of that. And I'm not allowed to make netherite until that happens. And then I can make it anywhere after that. But the first piece of netherite was supposed to be done right here. So. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and fly back. Let me also... Nope! That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to pull my torches out of my inventory. Oh my gosh, feather falling is a hell of a drug. Wow. That saved my life. I'm completely amazed that I'm alive. But let's go down the one last path that I have, which is over this way, to the Nordic Village that was kind of worked on a little bit. So we're back in Glenhelm. I haven't said the name this stream. This is Glenhelm. But we got this little bridge and everything. And this path I actually did quite a lot with. We've got these lanterns, we've got these signs. I guess it was supposed to be Hearthsport or something. Was the Nordic Village. Because it's a spruce village, so it was like, that looks kind of like a Nordic design, and I liked it. So I wanted to go with that Nordic theme. We've got this, and everything. I've detailed out this path and everything. It looks so dang cool at night, too. And where is the lava lake? So while I was building this path, I happened across a lava lake. Oh, you got some, like, stones there and everything. Here it is. I happened across a lava lake, and I was like, you know what I should do? I should decorate this. And so I did. So it's now got a little bit of a lava flow right there. It's got some movement and everything. I added in this magma blocks and everything. Terrained it up a little bit. And now it looks so dang cool. It looks so cool at night, too. So I'll come back through here with it at night. But proceeding along, we should come to a gatehouse. That was supposed to be the switch between territory between the Imperials and the Nords. Pretty soon here. Because the Nords and the Imperials didn't like each other, was the basic idea for the lore behind this. Yeah, right up here. So this was the switch between Imperial and Nordic territory, and the Nords were like at war with the Imperials, so the Imperials were checking anybody coming through. So we've got Imperial banners everywhere. This was an Imperial checkpoint. The Nords didn't care who came into their territory. They were like, let's trade, hell yeah. But the Imperials were like, you will respect our laws. We don't want any Imperial, or we don't want any Nords in here, you know, that kind of stuff. So I built this gatehouse. I don't think it was ever finished inside, nope. I wanted to build this gatehouse, and it turned out pretty cool. And moving along, we should have another cave up here, I believe. You did a lot. Yeah, I know. I really did. This was, what, a year's worth of work, I think? Off and on. So. And, yeah, right over here, there should be a cave. And, yeah, right here there's a cave. And Just barely maybe make out some light back there. I've got it just lit with these soulfire lanterns. It's very, very dark. I think, I don't know if y'all can see well enough, so I'll put a torch on, but very dimly lit cave and everything. And it's supposed to be like a bandit's hideout or whatever with some like loot. I never put any loot. But this is where one of those lore books was going to go. I was going to put a lore book here, and then in the Nordic Village would have been a library that I would have put a here, I'll show you guys how dim this would be without a torch, but I was going to put a copy of the lore book in the library. That's how dim it is without a torch. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it looks so dang cool on my because sometimes Twitch makes things a little bit darker for some reason. So, but moving on, we have the Nordic Village, which I did a little bit of work to. Not a ton, but a little bit. It looks cool on my end too. Cool. Good to hear. But yeah, this right here is the, should be coming up on the Nordic Village. Which this is mainly just a spruce village. I didn't do too much here. This is going to be my next project. I worked on a couple of houses, putting that kind of cool detail on each of the ends and everything. I believe I made up here, I did some work on the forge. Because this also had a blacksmith, and I wanted to do a little bit of work on this as well, which I did. I didn't do too much. I pretty much just added the chimney here. A little bit of detail. I really didn't do very much to that, because I really love how the blacksmith in a spruce village looks. It really doesn't need all that much. He looks really cool as it is. I just did a little bit of work to some of these buildings. I guess I detailed this path out. That right there was my little base camp. I made this bigger well that the villagers kept getting stuck in. There's supposed to be a Viking longhouse right there. A couple of other cool houses. And then one of the coolest things that I did here. Oh! Turtles! But one of the other coolest things that I did here was... Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow! Wow, that's crazy cool! Look at that sunset! That Viking ship there. Oh man. Look at that. Couldn't have been better. Timing couldn't have been better. Absolutely. Look at that. That is such a cool... I had to come back and redo this off stream. The stream didn't quite go so well whenever I did this on stream. Anyway, but I think that's honestly all I've done here is kind of that boat and a little bit of detailing around some of these other buildings. I really haven't done that much. So, did I? Yes, I did save the screenshot. Good. Let me go back to that lava lake, and we'll follow the path and everything. But you can see how the path is kind of lit up. It's kind of every once in a while it's lit up and everything. So you can kind of, from each lantern, you should be able to see the next one was the idea that I went with, but it just barely. So from this lantern... You could almost just barely see the next lantern. Just around the corner here. Look at that moonlight. Oh, these shaders are so nice. Anybody wondering, I believe I'm using Silder's Vibrant Medium. Just anybody wondering what shader pack I'm using. And there's that lava lake. Oh man, it just looks so cool. So that's that lava lake at night. And it just looks so dang cool, guys. Look at that. Especially with shaders on. I've shown this lava lake off so many times. It's so good. And then, here, I guess I'll leave this off for now. And then I've got one more really cool view I want to show you guys of Glenhelm as you enter the city from the Nordic Village. It is a really, really cool view of Glenhelm. Right up here. You can just start to see it now, the top of the tower. But this turn right here was always so cool. I wanted to take down that tree. But from up on this hill in particular, this was always such a cool view of the city. You know? You've got a bit of the view of the keep, you got the buildings, you got all the chimneys and everything, the steeple of the church, the gatehouse, and all of the crop fields. Oh, it looks so cool. Even at night. All the light and everything. It looks so good. But that's pretty much the tour, everybody. There's not much else to it. I don't think. I probably forgot something, but... Look at this. Here, let me get one more screenshot of right here for old time's sake. Cool. So, I don't know where the village... Oh, he is there! Get out of the bed. This is my bed now. One more of those for old time's sake. Sleeping with the villager who did actually get back into the bed. So, but that is actually pretty much going to be it. That is the full tour. Let's just come back over here. Poor villager still loses his bed even now. Yep. Look at that. Statue and everything. Oh, man. Alright, well, that's pretty much the tour, guys. That's all I really wanted to do in this video, to be honest. So, let me go ahead and... I'm actually going to go ahead and save and quit the title. Just because I want to pause it, but I can't because it's a LAN, and now it's a LAN network or whatever. But, go ahead and pull us into main view. So, that is actually going to be it for this stream and this series, except I've thought about it, and yeah, next week, next Monday, Monday morning, 10 o'clock, is going to be the proper finale. I'm going to do one more video, but it's going to be exclusively on YouTube. 10 o'clock Monday morning, exclusively on YouTube. So be sure to go check it out down below. I'm going to use the replay mod, get some real cool shaders and cinematics and a bunch of really cool stuff. So be sure to go check out my YouTube. Link will be below if you're watching on Twitch. And be sure to, if you are watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, like, all of the things, comment, bell notifications and everything. And again, guys, don't forget Season 1, where we're going to be restarting proper in a brand new world in 1.17 will happen as soon as Optifine and Replay Mod are out for 1.17. Bye-bye, the series will be missed for now. Indeed it will. Indeed it will. But I need a bit of a break, and I'm having so many ideas that I just can't do yet because I need the new update stuff. So, but I hope everybody enjoyed. Again, like, comment, subscribe, all the things if you're watching on YouTube. Be sure to come check us out live, twitch.tv/RogueLeaderGaming. I'm doing a lot of Valheim and ESO right now over on here on Twitch. And did our music just end? I think it might have. Yep. It just now ended. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it back on just for the end of this outro and everything. So, but I hope everybody did enjoy. And Valheim, ESO, and I'll be starting a Space Engineers series, I guess, next week. this Sunday. This coming Sunday, I should be starting a Space Engineers series, 7 o'clock. Be sure to come check it out. So, alright, I think that's going to be it, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, can't wait for the new series. Yep. Alright, I'm going to end it here. Hope everybody enjoyed. Later, guys.